All right, so in here is the Acer Nitro 17. I gotta tell you, super excited for this one. It's thinner than I expected. We've already taken a look at the Acer Nitro 5, and this, ladies and gentlemen, is the Acer Nitro 17. So first off, this is a much beefier, much heavier device, but there's a good reason for that, and we'll get into that. But before we open it up, let's just take a look at the hardware here. It does have this matte black. On the back side here, you still have those scan lines, and you have the added bonus of the Nitro logo. So if you're into that kind of thing, you like the badging that some of these OEMs do, got this beautiful Nitro N. And then on the left-hand side here, you'll notice we have a couple of ports, an Ethernet jack, USB Type A, and then a micro SD card slot. And that's perfect for you folks that are gonna use this for video editing, and you maybe have an action cam and you just take the SD card out of that, pop it in here, Bob's your uncle, Uncle Bob, and you can go ahead and edit your video with your favorite editing software. Check out Clipchamp if you haven't yet already. And then of course, your headphone jack. So if you wanna wire in directly to the computer. And then on the right-hand side, you have a little bit more ports here, some more USB Type A's. I love when computers have enough ports so we don't necessarily have to go through a hub, and especially with a gaming laptop, you don't want to have too many peripherals having to daisy chain off of another apparatus. So having all these ports on the side is great. But that's not where it ends, because on the back here, that's where you're gonna get two USB Type-C's, an HDMI connection, and your power adapter. Now all the way around, you'll notice there is a huge amount of output fans, and then on the bottom here, this is just for complete circulation of airflow. You also have some nice feet here just to make sure it's not going to wobble or rock around while you're playing your favorite game. But let's go ahead and open this bad boy up. Out of the gate here, you'll notice this ginormous 17.3 inch display. It is a QHD display that actually sports up to 165 hertz. That's 165 frames per second. And for you pro gamers out there, or people that need to know this kind of spec, the better the megahertz, the better the visuals and your frame rates are going to be. Plus, this does support NVIDIA G-Sync. And NVIDIA G-Sync really maintains a good handshake between the graphics and the graphics card that is embedded into this machine. We'll get to that graphics card in just a second. And then on the top here, you have your speaker grill, which actually supports DTS:X surround sound. So even from a laptop without headphones, your sound quality is actually going to be pretty darn good. And then you have this physical button, which might look like the on and off switch. It's not. That's what this button over here is for. But this allows you to switch the profiles of your fans. So you can easily change it from silent to default to even performance mode, and all dependent on how you want your computer to run accordingly. If you're just watching video, put it on silent mode. But if you're playing a pretty heavy-handed game like upcoming games of Starfield or Forza Motorsport, you might want to put this onto performance mode. And I can't move on without mentioning this beautiful keyboard. I mean, look at this. You got all the RGBs, all the R's, the B's, and the G's, and you have it fully customizable in the Nitro Sense application. And just by default, which is what we have it here right now, it just looks immaculate. It just looks extremely inviting. And for those keen-eyed viewers here, you'll notice the WASD keys, or the WASD keys, have an extra border just to pinpoint these are your directional keys when you're playing your favorite game. Of course, you can probably still use the ones down here, but traditionally, we're WASDing it up. That's what the kids say, right? WASDing it up. That's a thing? It's not a thing. Travel is actually really nice, and it's not too loud of a click. I know some people do like loud clicky noises. There's no like cherry switches or anything in here discernibly, but it does feel very, very good to the touch. And there's enough space between each key so you're not gonna fat finger or fat thumb the wrong key by accident. Internally, you have a 7th gen Ryzen 7 processor, an RTX 4080 graphics card, 16 gigabytes of DDR5 RAM, and a full terabyte of storage. That's insane. That's what is in this thing right here. All of that is jam-packed into this laptop. To get that into a tower is pretty easy because it's a tower. There's a lot of room and, you know, spaciousness, and, you know, you could, you know, do a lot of customizations in that. But when you're trying to put it into a form factor you can throw into a backpack and you succeed, that's a huge accomplishment. And they did a bang up job with this one. Now, at the end of the day, who is this laptop for? Of course, gamers. Gamers, first and foremost, are going to love this device. All the specs that you would want from a modern gaming laptop, if not just modern gaming device in general, this can support all that. And throwing open the Xbox app, you can log into your Xbox account, get your Game Pass Ultimate subscription, or at least PC Game Pass, and open it up to hundreds of titles for the PC. And we're including Starfield that's coming out, Minecraft, and of course, Age of Empires 4. This has enough real estate for RTS or real-time strategy games. And if you're doing video editing or even VR, this would be capable of handling that kind of load. And not to mention, just overall, this is a mean looking laptop. This is really freaking beautiful. And it will definitely turn heads. But like I said before, you can plug in all your peripherals with no problems whatsoever. This laptop even supports Bluetooth, so if you have something like the Xbox wireless headset that is Bluetooth, you can Bluetooth connect it to this, turn on, hit Windows key G, start talking with your friends, and start playing your favorite games. What do you mean Brian can't come out to play? He promised me. So look, if you're in the market for a gaming laptop or a high performance laptop, this is a wonderful option for you to take a look at. A gorgeous screen supporting HDR, beautiful keyboard that is fully customizable. The fan output is completely controllable, so you can make it as soft or even as loud as you might need it to, just to keep that airflow going. All the ports that you need, and honestly, the only drawback is just the weight, but the trade-off with all the power that's in here, it's kind of worth it. So, I don't know about you, but this guy is pretty darn impressive. If you have any other questions or comments, please leave that in the comment section down below. Links, as always, can be found in the description below. Not only are we on this platform, but you can also find us on TikTok, Twitter, Threads, Instagram, Facebook, and we live stream on Twitch. So until the next time, take care of yourselves and each other. Later.